vice president of sales and marketing for a startup company that's developing a new semiconductor product. So the company is venture funded, and I right now filling both roles, the VP of sales and the VP of marketing. We're actually using UPilot for two things. One is for tracking interactions with investors, which in itself is is a sales process. And we're starting to make our first sales call. So I've worked in very large companies and a number of startup companies. So in the large companies, we were using Salesforce.com, SAP. I haven't had any experience with Oracle, but I've had experience with large company CRM systems. I definitely didn't want to go through the hassle of configuring Salesforce.com or SAP or one of these large systems. So the interesting thing is I came across UPilot, I think, from a banner ad on the internet and decided to give it a try. And I've been using the product actually from its early stages. And the nice thing is I was able, in front of a football game, to sit down and, as a sales guy, granted a technical sales guy, but a sales guy, sit down and configure the system. The nice thing about UPilot is that it gave me a lot of the features and functionality that those big systems gave me, the insights into my sales process, into my revenue streams, where I was progressing, how fast I was progressing with an account. But it's something that I didn't need anybody's help to do, and it was very easy to shape it around what I wanted to do as opposed to what the package wanted me to do. Well, first of all, it has some of the big package features, things like security and being able to set up my sales organization. For example, I just hired a contract sales guy, somebody who's selling not only our product, but will be selling other companies' products. And I don't want him to see, and by the way, he's in Japan. He doesn't need to see what's going on in Omaha, Nebraska. And so he can see only the data that he needs to see. I can see all of his data, but he can still use the product, find it useful to manage his sales process the way that I want him to manage the sales process. And it's easy enough to use, he's going to use it. And so the data will be in there, and I don't have to wait till the end of the month till he enters all of his pieces of paper and spreadsheets into the system. It's sort of unique. I've looked at, believe it or not, I found a website, and it listed, I'm not kidding, about 150 different CRM, contact manager kind of packages. And I went through probably 45 to 50 of them. And signed up for their free trials and took a look, and I would use each one for about 15 minutes and say, nope, not for me. And so this is the only product I've found that gives me the big CRM features, but presenting it in an easy to use way that I can shape it to what I want to do and be able to extract information, and it's useful enough. It's useful to the point where I use it every day as opposed to waiting to the end of the month. So the cool thing is it adds value to me as a salesperson, and it also adds value to the management of the company. It is true. So, Capterra, that website, has this thing. I mean, there are 150 of them. And with this whole China thing, I said, I need to find something. So I downloaded Pipedrive. I downloaded, there's another Pipeliner. I downloaded Azure. I've downloaded Zoho. And they're all crap.
You, as a person who has really gone through the 100 different things, you instantly see that. You see that this is different.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I do when I do my little evaluation is I go to the sales stages and I see how hard is it to put my sales stages in.
Okay.
And then the second thing I do is I can tell that it was not designed by a sales guy. Because